It was a stormy night in T-Corp, and the only thing stormier than the weather was Ryoshu's temperament. Hey, welcome back to more Limbus Company. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we started off time killing time, and this time we'll be continuing on with our 3 investigators. Let's see, the third victim of this case is in this watch factory. Hold up. The absolutely gaudy and expensive suit, meticulously trimmed, shaped, and stashed. The third victim must be the owner of this factory. Assistant, confirm my deductions. You're right on the money, detective. We're after a great start. We're detectives working on the case of the time killing time. My name is... Huh? What's going on? Ryoshu, detective. He sure is a fast talker. He's talking way faster than Miss did when he reviewed those chickens. He's talking so fast. It's like someone pressed the fast forward button just for him or something. I can't understand a thing coming out of his mouth. He someone has a lot of time. What's that supposed to mean? Every T-Corp citizen has about 20 to 28 hours in a day, but you won't find some people like him. People with plenty of time to spare. Because they have so much surplus time, they can afford to condense 50 hours into a single day. And people with fewer hours a day, it looks as though he's moving 2-3 times faster than them. Sometimes with that much time, can pick their nose in the blink of an eye before anyone has a chance to catch him in the act. Ew. Gave Ryoshu a quick look of concern. She had to do something before Ryoshu shunk. A quick look, as in a brief flicker of the flames burning on my clock. Would you mind slowing down a bit? I'm sure that you're at serious risk of becoming a victim of a completely different, slightly more fatal crime. He shook his head in frustration, very rapidly that is, before everything would appear to be a voice recorder. He began to play his voice back to us. Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir. My name is Bumble. I'm proprietor of this watch factory. Only for this awkward method of communication. See, my day is 52 hours longer. I used to live 100-hour days in my heyday, but the thing is turning your time for the Western factories to reach in the years, 52 hours? To me, this is you were talking very, very, very slowly. I must say, it's quite frustrating, but I will suffer this noise as long as you can solve this case, sir. You have 52 whole hours to spend in a single day? Jeez, I can't even imagine what that'd be like. Oh, I can tell you that if you're curious, it's very, very full life, I must say. Having more time to spend in a day means I can get more things done in a day. Like sleeping 10 or more hours at night and having more than 40 hours left to spend. And good sleep really is the key to keeping your skin moist and fresh indeed, I'll let you touch it if you want, As though, in an effort to demonstrate, Bumble was constantly zooming around the room, checking his documents, calling someone on the phone, even brushing his teeth while he stood there listening to his recording. Right, you see. Get to the point. It was late one evening, See, like always, I was busily walking down the street. I had a very, very important meeting to attend to, you know what? All of a sudden, an attack? No, I just happened to recall that I left the bacon at the cabinet home. Should have left it in District 23's purple salt. My second one is only sprinkle salt out all the time. The point. So I stopped briefly, making the clock down, and if I should head back home to salt that bacon. That's what that time when I struck. Clock tower. Into the 12 zones, the T-Corp has the clock tower displays A-Corp 7 times ago, because everyone has different hours to spend a day. The watch sync with respect to time shows as well. To tell the real objective time, we'll have to check the clock tower. That's pretty neat. Alright, you two, let's focus on something that's actually important. Let's see, how about we start with a physical description? A fine tailored suit. Tailored suit. And fancy for someone called the time reproduction thing. It cost me about 58 million on. Of course, since it was tailor-made, its comfort was beyond human imagination. Wait, what? But how can I forget this press your keenly shaped moustache? I was talking about your own physical description. One more chance until I sink. I mean, the murder's appearance after, let me think. I don't recall anything. It just happened so fast that I feel everyone time killed. Was it painful? Can you not ask something like that with such a big grin on your face? Nope, it was just 100 hours ago on the blink of an eye. It's a very important appointment thanks to that, for how you know. It's happened so much damages, 100 hours, so you lost a whole week in the blink of an eye. Nope, 100 hours means 2 days or so, So I have no idea how much you lost because of those 2 days, Remember my time, remember to enable something like that, certainly when the Adventure of the Year Awards and the lowest prize of money that comes with it. T-Corp really values in sports adventures, you know? Some people say that once upon a time, T-Corp's chief executive director himself set up to bestow the awards. Yes, once an inventor is always... Once an inventor is always an inventor. I said the department wanted others to carry his positive spirit. He's in ceremony once and he was giving away autographs. Maybe we're looking for an inventor who received a reward for that tech? Assistant? In better invention teacups is registered with the Technology Administration Agency. That was not without a few exceptions. There was one time when a rogue group of inventors from the League of Non-Libertarians made some inventions that neglected to register. And wow, what a mess that was. Every single torn of teacup was up in arms. When Dash went on a panic, making us holding important meetings while it was that big of a deal? I can't imagine how hard it must have been for you, son. Alright. So, is there anything like that registered in T-Corp's tech agency? Nope, first I've heard anything like it. I could've started there, you know. What if that? This is the power granted by distortion. Meanwhile, Ryoji was completely uninterested in that conversation, stared off into the distance. She looked out the factory window and let out another puff of smoke before muttering quietly to herself. No killer, no corpses. Well, yeah, no one's actually dead, and we don't know where the killer is. Who could it be, I wonder? I was thinking, like, a very expensive suit, I say! Disagree, your suit's shit. Oh. Besides, if I really wanted to kill you... Me? Why would you? I'd have to be able to move as fast as you do. Only really good aim at your vitals otherwise. Yoshi strode toward him before suddenly breaking to a charging sprint. Bubble rapidly stumbled back in terror, but Yoshi was fast enough to close the distance and press her scabbard into his neck despite the disparity in time. Just like this. Wow, I thought she was actually beat the crap out of him with that scabbard. That's case closed, huh? All I have to do is arrest Ryoshi. You scared the heck out of me! Well, I suppose the villain didn't really stab me in my vitals or whatever, but he did appear all of a sudden, just like you did. See, so the killer isn't just running around working time away from random people left and right. Yes, this killer was specifically going for that ass. The void left by Sinclair's absence was much bigger than I thought. I meant that annoying, stupid sash. Not having a kitty was frustrating. No way! Can you think of a single person who hates someone like me? I think of more than a few. Yes, it must have been the work of some bandit who were trying to put on my tailored suit. What about your employees? Lady X's book says that to find the couple must look at the victim's immediate circle. I've no idea if that book Don Quixote gave us earlier is actually helping, but I suppose it's at least a very good page turner. Although can't seem to be able to tear his eyes away from it. Maybe I should check it too once we get back to the bus. That works. Then the culprit has to be an employee who hates the air so much enough to try to take his time. Now, it seems quite impossible, as you can see. What numbers at this factory? They're going so slowly, like they're moving through molasses. Oh, most factory laborers they usually live rather short 10-hour days. Most of which they spend at their factory jobs anyways. What did you say? Listen up, everyone. Our output saw only 30% growth compared to last month's growth. Having not impressed upon you how important this is, we'll be following by profit margin projection at this rate. Bubble howls at them in frustration. The laborers very slowly turn their heads up to look up at the factory owner. Even that's the simplest action, taking an excruciatingly long time to complete. It's impossible to work any faster. Help, Bobson! Let's play more sibling! Use that effectively, yeah? Chop chop! You have no idea how frustrating it's been for me of late. You even know that next back cogs has stopped over something? We can understand thanks to the recorder nexus, but everyone out of earshot would have no chance of understanding what he was talking about. Mr. Bumble, you're talking way too fast for them to understand, you know that? How do you expect them to understand anything you're saying? So, it's not me who's too fast as them, which is slow! Only hustlers and busybees like myself who make the best of the time can raise about the rest of the chaotic bristling city! Wait, you know it's a lot of bull. I'm supposed to hustle and make the best of their times when they're practically nailed to the floor, and with that time. Hey, I don't think someone like him will ever understand what you're talking about. He's born and raised in T-Corp after all. Assistant, you're a class 5 employee, right? I'm supposed to be a big shot. You just think there's anything normal about all this? Normal? Do you have to be returning from a round trip across every single nest in the city from all the way from A to C? You'd calmly say that there is all there is to see. Not really. No. Then give this idea a thought, won't you? Never should thought it is normal. It's just more comfortable with the downtrodden and the suffering. That is to say, the suffering is just part of the life of the city, regardless of which nest you're in. It's any suffering that mug of a Mr. 50-hour days right here. Six harsh words, I'm sure my share of pain, you know. I'm waiting for something to get finished for a while. You know how much of a pain it is to wait for something, but also have too much time in your day? So tedious! Bumble gently fixed his mustache and hair before caressing his expensive coat with care. The white scarf, I did change things up. I just kind of want to change things up. It would have been awesome if we had Roja, but oh well. Maybe we can flip the script on one thought. What do people, Roja, do you think hate rich people? Except for their families. If I do ever get murdered under mysterious circumstances, I'm willing to bet it's one of my family members who did me in. Or Heathcliff. That's a pretty dark joke. Couple went straight for Bumble, but his employees literally can't move fast enough to have done that. None of them look like the sergeants either. Yes, the cops are one of those slowpokes. Clock would have noticed it. He knows the cops were down to someone unrelated to this factory, someone without much time. They got a bone to pick against the time wrench. Might be someone who's unhappy about the state of affairs in the T-Corp nest. Also, well, Dante could be right that this power was granted by the Starship. Nothing was a possibility. They may just be using an unregistered invention. Maybe more than a single culprit, then. More than a single culprit, huh? I don't think I'm an organization that might fit that exact description. Nah, no way, I doubt it. I don't take drastic actions like these anymore. I'm back to J-Corp. That's some coincidence, isn't it? I've known of a group of people just like them. So now, what? A group of people unhappy with the state of affairs in this? Perhaps you're looking for the leader of Dippy. Yeah, Louise Bell. Isn't your friend the founder of the organization who wrote you? We just stopped dead in your tracks. You're a Divvy. Here? Do you know something about that organization? I did hear they've been spreading through the nest of late. It has been long since they started popping with T-Corp about us. So do T-Corp employees like myself have been stationed all over the list to question any suspicious individuals. But it's a real bother. Standing guard here, all this stop and start so tedious. So, what are your Divvies up to around here? Oh, kinds of stuff that Medities get up to. Stealing things like time or money. I did hear they introduced some pro-bono detective work for people who can't afford the time or money to hire people and... Like, stop right there! You! Oh, look, no shifty road! Stop on your search! I'm just trying to walk away from that lady with the sing and the creepy glare! Where can we find them? You're a Divvy. Well, quite easily to be fact there. On Lou! I suddenly pushed into her home with her shreds as he was peeking around an alleyway. Speaking of devil, make sure badges read the badges earlier. Got our badges? Start with Bay, huh? Good luck, Dante. Let's bring them back. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock now. You can bring them back? There! The explosion came from that way! Damn what you take, cooks. How to collect your filthy days, huh? I'm explaining, right? Let's talk about that later. To make up for the fact that we are lower level, these guys are all pretty weak. And also, we get multiple... I mean, whatever. Yeah, pretty easy fight, especially because we have some very strong IDs right here. Butler Ryoshu isn't the strongest, but it is still a very good ID. But apparently it was Honolulu that did the bajillions of damage needed. Ah well. Achai! Hey, participation trophy. Participation trophy? Can you talk to me? Oh, did you do that? Tick-tick-tock. Hey, tick-tock, tick-tock. Voila! It seemed like me, like you were all in time and unwinded your friend. Never seen a tech that rewind time like that. That's trade secret. Ask and you shall receive pain. Fascinating. Are you terrified of time? As far as I'm aware, there's practically no way to rewind time for a single entity that exists in an open and unenclosed area. If that my studies can reach as far as I thought. Wait, no, that's actually a very serious problem. It's very desperate, you know. It's very unlikely that I missed anything. You know what else is a serious problem? The fact that we're wasting our time chatting about inane stuff while they're all getting away. Oh, come on, Dante. Hold on. Inane stuff is extremely serious. It's what is absolutely incomparable to amounts to what the wrestling a few small fire revolutions. If you were a true resurrection, then after your heads are ready, so doubtless what this is. It must have something to do with time manipulation of certain of it. Or with the same mechanism as TD2 protocol. No, that one is only not isolated and closed. It can't be on the time of a single individual. Because they're drawing time from elsewhere to inject into the time streams, and that seems to have more plausible. After rewinding their time, the visual elements of the process will manifest in a vastly different manner. This really means that you can't rewind or skip time either, am I right? You can't just say all that gibberish and expect me to be able to. The process also seems to involve a great degree of pain. Now, it seems to be in bad taste to say it's good news, but I suppose that I can't say what I'm about to tell you is something less suspicious. I was getting into the nitty-gritty if we had to venture into one of the more dangerous places in the badges, but here we go. Let's get the badges. There should be a small clockwork knob attached to badges in there. Mind what's for me? The Class 5 step member jabbed around endlessly, zapping between numerous subjects within a matter of seconds before reaching out and pointing at the badges we were wearing. Now, if specialized investigations are strong enough to defend themselves in emergency, but the special investigators are all equipped with the same special function that goes into the suits of the high-ranking staff members of T-Corp wear. It's called Golden Time. If you keep that clockwork wound, it will automatically speed up the body's natural regeneration process to detect the wearer's risk of death. This is compared to what you're capable of, but it's quite something, isn't it? So I don't actually have to turn the clock myself. I'm going to take some time for it to refill once the charge is spent. If I'm out of use, then I suppose it all comes down to you, participation trophy. Take one for the team and bring them all back yourself. Well, you do that, but not willing to help us before we get to 100 shreds, huh? I prefer that. Good. Ready? Let's go after them then. I think we're off to. Pretty sure they came this way. No more tracks. There's too much time for boring lectures. Hey, assistant, are you sure it's okay if you just saunter behind us like you're on a pancake? What a run! I hate running. It's only your job to arrest the year Davy, isn't it? Is it though? It's not your job to process one keep an eye on you, and your investigation regarding the case of time killing time, not miss year Davy arrests. You're a T-Corp employee. Okay, fine, so they decided to run instead of walking after you capture those URW rascals. But then, people suddenly stop having problems just because they're gone. This place suddenly transforms into some kind of humanitarian paradise. Not to mention that as long as the leader runs free, they'll be back before you know it. Excuses. Then KTA. If we do kill them all, the only opposite roof are worse than to get to the place. That happens, and the collector friend from earlier might end up suffering from something much, much worse than having to stop and search random passersby. Not to mention that I'll be getting muscle cramps from all the running. Nuts. Besides, the infernal of them? Weird, I thought you wouldn't want me to arrest them. Right? I thought Rhodey would be a bit happy to be reunited with the Divvy. Well, since it looks like the trail's gone cold, let's go back to the stop and search lady and ask if you noticed anything suspicious since we left. Fine. The corporate employee we met earlier was still standing completely inert, not moving a muscle. Poor woman. Can't believe she's on duty at such a late hour. Is that just the life of a laborer? No. They got her. I can't even hear her breathing. That's the timer present now? Timer? We got to her that fast? She's in a state of absolute stillness, and death-like state achieved with a thimble of blood on their hands. But a misophobic art. Though she may be in a state of stasis to those of us watching from the outside, for her that must be as brief as a blink and an eye. What do you think the couple trying to do with all the time? Guys, this is a crime scene. Try not to touch the body, maybe victim. This must be some sort of spatial temporal displacement position phenomenon going on here. She's entirely incorporeal. This is seriously the time to... Roger, there, up ahead! Up around, now noticing the now familiar sensation of distortion, I got a brief glimpse of a suspicious figure slowly slipping into the fog. You, stop! I'm sure you think you can catch up when you're a hunting dog, but sure. I want to tell you just this once. Oh, she's pretty fast. She moves fast when we find something interesting. It's been a while since I've seen people like you. Can't be sprint forward with their eyes fixed on the horizon. Here everyone only levers looks down. The next bent and gaze locked on the ground, watching their own feet taking their halting steps. This was the only look at the time on the clock towers. But there must have been a time when I never walked tall. I think I know why that is. It's yelling helplessness. As they realize that even if they ran to their lungs burst, nothing will change. And it doesn't matter. Yeah, and everyone can run like Marcel. Learning to maintain stable breathing rhythm is not easy. It's not what I'm talking about. Take a close look at her face. Remember? The same face she was making earlier when she decided to stop and search. When she saw someone suspicious, the person for stop and search and got ambushed. Just when she recovers. But we don't know when she'll recover. Catch. Are you sure you captured him alive? If she doesn't look kind of different from the mysterious person that got away, so we'll learn something different, as one of the years everywhere we ran into. Clothes are just hustling being cast off at any moment. Started running as soon as our eyes met. Rise and shine. Oh boy, this is spacious one! How in the world someone like you sort of sprinting after him with that big sword in your edge? I have many, many ways to crush the truth out of you. First, notice memory. This is your devil's tooth. You'll sure regret dragging me down here. Oh, wear this secret weapon just for this occasion. Nothing happened. What was that? One of the 4 got invasions of your particular branch. The problem just for frequency periodical light operators sometimes with sound generator. Got every single your divvy in this range to this exact location. There, see what I mean? You see the problem prevalent amongst fans. They never know when to stop when it comes to naming their inventions. You'll pay dearly for smacking me in the back of being organ. More easy peasy fights. Yeah. Honolulu's been doing it real well. I swear it got cold. Yeah, well now the trail's gone cold. Oh. Okay. Man, I love beating up the poor. It's great. That's why I beat myself up every day. We're actually gonna finish things off for this time. Yeah. Next time we'll be able to finish TKT. But until then, see you guys later.